From Balf making the world's cutest duck face, to Sam showing us where the love of his life is kept prisoner, here are Outlander's final season BTS secrets revealed. Yes, the show was airing its last season. Come on, this day was going to come sooner or later. The announcement came in January 2023, as the network renewed the show for its 8th season. And the hype is through the roof. I mean, after that season 6 ending, what'd you expect? Now, the last time we saw Claire, she was getting arrested for apparently murdering Malva Christie. She was separated from Jamie once again, but that seems to have worked itself out, as we saw in the trailers. So, Season 7's gonna focus on rescuing Claire and the American Revolution, which, by the way, is happening for real this time. Fans can't wait to see how the showrunners decide to unwrap Fraser's story. And while we patiently wait for the day for the season's drop with nothing to do, the show's cast is keeping us entertained. They've been keeping us updated by posting pictures throughout production. Who knew Katrina Balfe could make the world's cutest duck face? And John Bell. He's not doing too bad either with his cheeky smile. Oh, and this one with Sophie Skelton and Richard Rankin, it's as if God himself decided to bless Brianna and Roger fans. And it's not just the old cast members having fun on the set. The new faces seem to be settling in just as well. Just look at this picture of Joey Phillips and Izzy Meikle. Small was all smiles on set. They're the Quaker brother and sister, for those of you who didn't know. And here's some more sunshine, with Sam posing for a selfie with executive producer Meryl Davis and crew members. They really are one big happy family, huh? While they're all cute and heartwarming, I think the clear winner is this one, with Balfe and a cat, because honestly, same. And if you're still not happy with the content the cast has been serving us, well, they decided to fix that as well. The network released a never-before-seen 4-minute behind-the-scenes video. In it, the cast members Sam Heughan, Sophie Skelton, and Richard Rankin take us for a tour around the set. Or more specifically, they show us around Wilmington. We don't see Katrina Balfe during the video, but I'm pretty sure she's around there somewhere. Now, question is, what exactly did this group of stars reveal in the video? Well, let's take it one by one. First, Sam points to an area and reveals that they're setting up for a shot there. Exactly what shot? And what did the set look like? We don't know, because they didn't add it to the featurette. I know, anticlimactic. Moving on. Heughan then points towards a sign on a nearby building and says down there is where Claire is being held prisoner. The actor then moves on to the Red Falcon. It's one of the few buildings that provides indoor spaces for filming. The way Heughan got all giddy showing it, I'd bet my left boot that it's one of his favorite places to shoot at. That said, don't think Sam was the only one doing the talking. No, sir. No, sir. Rankin and Skelton were there as well, taking us back to the good old days. They took us down memory lane as they revisited locations integral to Roger and Brianna's story. What's more, the trio also talked about how the team made the Scottish countryside look more like North Carolina. They wanted to show us more, especially some cool things on a street over, but they decided to save that for later. To be honest, the featurette didn't reveal a lot about the upcoming season. Sure, it gave us something to talk about for a few days, but the actual details about what's about to go down? Yeah, those remain unknown, which is where Katrina Balfe decided to step in. I think she sensed our frustrations and wanted to do something about it. Entertainment Weekly had the chance to sit down with the actress and talk about the upcoming 7th season. To borrow the 43-year-old's words, the season is epic. Balfe even said that in terms of scope and the span, Season 7 is the closest to Season 1. And I think we all remember how iconic that was. It's the entire reason we got hooked on the show. I should clarify that by span, Katrina means how the main pair will be taken away from Fraser's Ridge due to the Revolutionary War. Executive producer Matthew B. Roberts also had something to say. According to him, we should expect Season 7 to throw the kitchen sink at us. In fact, he went as far as to say that they're going to load up the kitchen sink with everything. He further added that there's going to be a lot more going on this time compared to the other seasons. Plus, he then mentioned how the season's going to be focusing on the Revolutionary War and how it's going to affect all of the show's characters. While that's all interesting, what's really exciting is the fact that we're going to be seeing some new faces around the set. There's Jamie's grown-up son William, played by the ever-so-gorgeous Charles Vandervaart. Then there's the Quaker siblings as well. I mean, Rachel and Denzel Hunter will be having a hard time adjusting to their new circumstances. These siblings grew up with a non-violent background, and for the first time, they'll see the ugly side of things. Speaking of violence, though, Matthew is taking a whole new approach to villains this time around. In his words, it's going to be about fractured villains. Now, I'm not exactly sure what he means here, but he did say that a supersized season calls for supersized villains, though it's not all going to be about bloodshot and violence. In Balf's words, Season 7 is an opportunity to delve into something other than what the assumed narrative is. Again, I'm not sure what exactly she meant here, but it's nice to know that the showrunners are focusing on multiple aspects of the show. Speaking of multiple, both Davis and Roberts said there'll be multiple timelines this time around. I mean, we did see Jamie handing Claire the gemstones in the trailer, so who knows? Regardless, for the most part, Roberts confirmed that they did go all out, and Season 7 is one of the most emotional seasons. There's heartbreak, joy, and disappointment. Basically, everything you'd want in a drama. It's going to be there. We're also going to be seeing some returning faces. There's Andrew Whipp returning as Brian Fraser, and Graham McTavish coming back as Dougal Mackenzie. Now, before you go thinking, wait, isn't Brian dead? Well, time travel, remember? And so, you should mark your calendars for June 16th for 16 episodes. We'll be getting the season in 2 parts, and to be fair, the greater number of episodes might just make up for the drought we've been experiencing. I should also mention that the 7th season will be based on an Echo in My Bones. So if anyone's really getting impatient, they can pick up the book and see what happens for themselves. After all, the author of the Outlander books, Diana Gabaldon, has worked on the new season as well. She worked on part of the first episode of Season 7. In fact, the script she wrote was initially meant for Season 6, but with the season being cut short, they decided to use it for Season 7 instead. It is good to know that Diana's hard work is not going to waste. Now, I know right now everyone is only waiting on the season, but don't forget, we have Season 8 as well, the big finale. Of course, Matthew, Meryl, and Ronald will be the ones working on it like always. Season 8 will be based on books 8 and 9 of the series, written in my own heart's blood, and Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. We'll be getting 10 episodes in 2024. There's no confirmed release date, but that's the most likely time we're looking at. Plot-wise, I think we can expect a continuation of Season 7. The Revolutionary War will still be going on, and Claire and Jamie will be caught up in something, like always. Young Ian might be engaged or married, you never know. Roger and Brianna will be finding their place in a new timeline. Diana is working on Book 10, but I don't think we'll be seeing it on the big screen. It's supposed to wrap up Jamie and Claire's story, so who knows? Maybe Diana works the ending into Season 8 somehow? She'll obviously have some input on how the show ends. Regardless, we're a long way from Season 8 at the moment, but whenever the show does start filming, you can bet the cast will keep us updated. So, there you have it. From Sam showing us where the love of his life is kept prisoner, to Balf making the world's cutest duck face, those were Outlander's final season BTS secrets revealed.